Watch later. Okay, let's watch this 30-minute one. I'm way better at Apex than I am at Fortnite. Yeah, I'm a
sent out several units hoping to locate the officer in distress.
I haven't watched this yet, chat. The only reason it says that is because I had to pull it up on my TV that I had to watch later because I wasn't using my phone.
In January of 2021, the police received a 911 call stating that the caller saw a female officer in distress during a traffic stop. The Sarasota Police Department had not received a call from any of their officers.
It's called Police Manipulate a Liar During an Interrogation.
So they sent out several units hoping to locate the officer in distress. During their search, they would receive another call, but this time, the caller said that a police impersonator was pulling over vehicles and uploading the encounters to Facebook.
Driver, exit the vehicle. Driver, exit the vehicle. Throw your keys out the car. Throw your keys out the car.
You doing what?
This is a felony, by the way.
Driver, if you do not exit right now, get the this car.
That didn't make no sense.
You want to get up?
He told him like that.
Driver, I said get the driver. Get the vehicle.
Put your hands up.
Hands up.
Oh my God.
Put your hands up, driver.
Oh my god.
I need everyone to exit the car.
Oh my God.
The corner up. Face forward. I need everybody to face forward. Make a move. Do not make a move. Anybody move, I will shoot. Anybody move, I will shoot.
Oh my God.
After being made aware that a police impersonator was roaming the streets, the police began looking for a vehicle that matched the description that also had lights and sirens. Eventually, the police would find the vehicle parked at a local college, and they would examine the surveillance footage from the cameras watching the area. The footage would show two women running away in opposite directions. The police would eventually find both of these women. One was hiding nearby in a stairwell,
Oh, hell
and
no.
the other was walking out in the open. Both were ID'd, and it was discovered that they both had warrants for probation violations. Jamaica and Rashana were both brought in and interrogated by the police.
Have you been arrested before?
If I'm on probation, I would have had to be arrested before.
Well, that's true. You have your rights read to you before?
Yeah.
Okay. So, where were you coming from tonight?
What is going on, sir? Can you tell me what's going on?
Well, I'm going to get into that right now. What were you doing tonight?
I already answered that to the officers.
Well, you need to answer that with me. I'm the one looking into things.
What do you mean? What was I doing tonight?
Where?
Earlier?
Yeah.
Before
you came down here, what were you doing?
I was in a car with a boyfriend.
Mm-hmm. Okay, where was that at?
Sarasota.
True.
And where did the officers find you at?
At the school.
What were you doing over there?
Under the stairs.
What were you doing there?
Fucking
Hiding.
hiding.
Rashana just made her second mistake by telling the detective that the reason she was in the stairwell was because she was hiding. The first mistake, in case you missed it, was not answering any questions and asking for a lawyer.
Hiding from
what?
who?
Well, not hiding,
Should've
just
done that, or she did do that?
getting away. Can you tell me what's going on?
Oh, I'm getting to it.
Questions and asking for thing. The first mistake, in case you missed it, was not answering any question.
What were you doing on campus over there? Hiding from who?
I was under the stairs
Okay.
because I didn't have anywhere else to go. Now, can you tell me what's going on?
I'm gonna get there in just a second. What were you doing on campus at Ringland?
I already answered that. I was under the stairs because I had nowhere else to go.
Okay, so you're staying there because you're homeless?
No, I just had nowhere else to go at the time.
Okay. Do you have a home you live in?
I do.
And where is that?
Bradenton.
Okay. And so, are you from Sarasota at all?
Like, have I ever lived here? Yes, before.
Okay, but you're living in Bradenton. For how long? A month?
Why
6 months? A year?
I'm asking you what is going on. I have the right to ask you why I'm in this room when I was just supposed to go to jail because I had a warrant.
How did you get to the Bradenton campus? Did you walk there? I mean, the Ringling campus. Did you walk or did you come out of a vehicle?
The detective doesn't have any evidence that she was actually in the vehicle, only that she was seen leaving the area. He needs to get as much information as he can before telling her the real reason she is there. He needs to place her inside the vehicle, so he asks her how she got to the college.
I don't feel comfortable. I don't know what's going on.
Were you in a car tonight?
I already answered that. I was in a car.
Okay. Were you in a vehicle that parked on campus over there at Ringling?
Got her now.
Sir, what is going on? What is going on? Why am I not just going straight to jail for violation of probation or prowling?
No, you will be here shortly.
So what is going on? Why is that? Why won't you answer that? What is going on? Why won't you answer that?
It's very easy to answer.
But why won't you answer it then?
Because I'm trying to ask you some questions pertaining to the whole reason why we're in this room. Listen here. You're on video on Ringling campus. You know that place is wired for sound over there. There's cameras everywhere. You're on video getting out of a vehicle, going on to campus. Okay. My simple question is, why were you getting out of a vehicle and hiding under the stairwell?
Because I had nowhere else to go.
You got a home in Bradenton. Why don't you go there?
I was not driving. I had no way to get there. They got my purse. There's no keys. There's nothing.
Who they?
Nothing.
They got your purse.
The officers.
So why didn't you just go up to the...
I don't know where I was at. I know where I was at, but I don't know how to get anywhere from there. So I just figured if I sit there till the morning, I don't know, till I figure things out. I just went there. I felt safe there. I saw the cameras. I saw it was pretty secure.
Roshana is able to come up with a great explanation as to why she was hiding in the stairwell. She claims that she had no idea where she was, and she felt safe because she was surrounded by cameras. The detective realizes this and quickly moves on to another question.
Whose vehicle was it you got out of on camera?
I don't know whose car that is.
Who were you with in the car?
I've already answered that.
Well,
what is going on? But you're steady asking me questions.
You're not answering it with me. That's why I keep asking these questions.
And you keep asking me questions, but you won't tell me what's going on. And I have a right to ask you why I'm in this room. And you know that. You know that. You know you can't question me without telling me what is going on.
I can question any matter that I see fit.
Right, and I also have rights.
True.
She is correct when she says she has rights. However, she is wrong about the officer having to tell her why he is questioning her. A police officer is allowed to question you without actually telling you the reason behind the questions. The person being questioned can of course invoke their rights and choose not to answer any of the questions.
What she hasn't.
You do have rights, which is why we talked about that when we first sat down.
Right, so I'm asking
you
invoke your fucking
what is
Fifth
going
Amendment
on?
right
Why
and
am I
shut
in
the
this room?
fuck up, bro.
This is really strange for somebody that just has a warrant to be in a room and not just go to jail.
Were you in a car tonight that was stopping people, like doing police traffic stops?
I didn't do anything with the police traffic stops.
Turning lights on like strobe lights in a car?
I didn't do anything to anybody with no police.
Were you in a car that someone else was doing that?
I was not doing anything to pretend to people. They said that earlier. They did say they were looking for somebody that was pretending. Is that what this is about?
Yeah.
The detective decides it's time to come right out and tell her the reason she is being interrogated. Roshana immediately moves her mask to cover more of her face. When a person is lying, they will sometimes cover their mouth or their face in some way. They do this to try and hide any facial expressions they think will show that they are lying.
Why wouldn't you just answer that 10 minutes ago, sir?
Listen, I'm not the one that's being questioned here. You're the one that's being questioned. And we keep going around and around in circles. You're not going to control this conversation.
I didn't do anything. I have a warrant, and I'm here because I have a warrant. I'm aware of that.
Okay.
And I was on campus on the campus.
What kind of car were you in when you got out on campus? SUV, sedan, pickup truck? What kind of car were you in?
I wasn't, sir.
The detective should have used this question before telling her the reason she was there.
Yeah.
Earlier in the interview, she states that she was driving around with her boyfriend, so the detective could have used that question then. The other mistake the detective has made is asking her what type of vehicle she was in, after telling her they have surveillance footage of her getting out of the vehicle. Roshana is quick to pick up on this, and the detective does his best to explain.
Well, no, you were on camera getting out of a car, out of a vehicle.
Okay.
Okay. So why can't you answer that simple
Because
question?
if you're saying you got me on camera getting out of the
I
vehicle,
do.
then you know that if what you're saying is what you're saying, then you already know the answer to it.
I do know the answer to the question, but I want to see if you're going to tell me the truth.
What did I do? I didn't do anything.
Because I want to see if you're going to tell me the truth, which obviously you don't know how to.
I've been told that a few times.
I bet you have.
I am.
Oh, the lights on.
It's a dirty game y'all playing.
There's nothing dirty about it. It's pretty straightforward.
It is, because I haven't done anything other than having being on the campus.
Then why are we doing circles here?
I don't know. I've already told you. You asked did I do anything to pretend to be a police or strobe lights or something. I told you I didn't do anything like that. I didn't. So, I mean, I don't know what else you want from me, sir.
I want to know whose car you were in tonight.
I don't know.
Then how did you get in there?
I got in it.
Okay. Why did you get in the car you didn't know who it belonged to, and you didn't know who the people were?
I didn't say I didn't know who the people were. I told you I would.
Who were the people that got in it?
Alexa, turn the lights to white.
I don't know what you're trying to get into or what you're trying to say that I had anything to do with.
I'm trying to get into the truth, which you obviously have a problem with.
I'm not lying to you. I am not told a lie. I was under those stairs because I had nowhere else to go. I had no keys, no way of well, my phone was halfway dead, and I didn't know where to go. So I went there and got under those stairs because I just felt it was safe.
So was someone inside the car filming what was happening?
I don't know, sir.
I would think you would know.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
So if someone in the car that you were in was filming what was going on with this traffic stop, and you were on video, then what would you say then?
You keep putting me in a car with somebody trying to...
That's what the camera shows you getting out of the car.
You keep on putting me in a car saying somebody was filming. I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about that. You keep insinuating something that I don't know anything about. I told you where I was. The only thing I'm guilty of is having a warrant and being on campus.
So she's smart, but she's just not smart enough. If she's kind of saved it a little bit, or for now at least, but if she had just said, all she had to say was lawyer, just over and over and over, lawyer, that's all she had to say. Then they would have been really fucked. But now they're starting to get a case against her because she keeps fucking talking. The more she talks, the worse it gets. But it is what it is. So it's fucked now.
And not telling the truth.
Prowling, or whatever they said. I wasn't
Giving
prowling.
us a fake name, fake date of birth, not being truthful.
I was
with
under
anything.
stairs, and I already spoke to the officer, but I was wrong for that. But that's because I knew I had a warrant, and I was afraid. Period. So, I mean, I did that. I'm sorry
Why
about
are
that.
you still lying when we've told you that
I'm
there's
not lying
cameras
about
everywhere?
anything. What am I lying about? I just told you where I was at.
About
You don't want to tell us who was in the car?
I have nothing to do. I don't know what you're talking about.
Who were you in the car with tonight?
Sir. What am I being held here for?
We're going to go that route again?
What am I
You just
being
keep
held
going
here
round
for?
and round while you're trying to avoid these questions. Hey, we can do this all night. It's okay. I got all night.
That's what you're getting paid for, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what you want from me.
Well, you know, if you want to just sit there and incur these additional charges with no explanation, that's up to you.
Charges for what?
What were y'all doing in the car?
What was who doing in the car? I haven't
Well,
done it, so
what-
now you're trying to charge me with additional.
What did I just say was going on in that car?
You said it was a traffic stop or something.
Okay. If you do a traffic stop on somebody and not the actual police, what would that be?
A felony.
Like impersonating an officer? Would that what it be?
Sounds about right. Well,
Yeah.
who's getting the traffic stop?
I guess it's a felony charge, isn't it? Is that a felony?
Obviously, we're not going to get it out of you because you don't want to go around and around in these circles, and that's okay. If you want to take the charge, it's up to you. I'm not going to sit there and go around and around with you.
You know I didn't do that, so I'm not worried about that. You know I didn't do that. That's why you asked me those questions. I didn't pull no traffic stop on nobody. And you say you just saw me get out.
You can't answer one simple question
I answer every
truthfully.
question you've asked me truthfully. You asked me,
You
what was I
haven't
doing
answered
upstairs?
anything. That's
I
okay.
I didn't. You know I didn't do that, and I know that I didn't do that. So I know what I did. I gave the wrong name. I did that. I was on campus when I shouldn't have been. I did that. I have a warrant. I did that.
I did that.
I didn't pull no traffic stop. I didn't impersonate no police officer. I didn't do none of that. So
You were in the car when all that was being done.
I can only vouch what I did.
Well, what? Okay. Well, what did you see?
I don't
What did you
do
see?
any of that, sir,
You don't want to talk about any of that, do you?
because I didn't do anything.
Were you
What
in the
did
vehicle
you
with
see
that
in the
stuff?
car?
I didn't do anything.
Come on, let's go.
The detectives realize they are wasting their time, so they decide to go into the other room and speak with Jamaica. This time, they're going to try a different approach and see if they can get a confession.
So I need to talk to you about what we're looking into tonight. And obviously came in here in handcuffs, right? When they
Yes.
arrested you? They
Yes.
told you had a warrant?
Yes.
All right, so did anybody read your Miranda rights?
No.
No. So I'm going to do that right now. You want to talk to me?
No.
I mean,
Come on. Okay, well, do you know why you're even here besides the warrant?
no, I don't.
You have no idea. Okay. Were you guys driving in a vehicle tonight? You and any of your friends? No, you weren't driving?
No.
All right, where'd you come from tonight?
I was eating crabs at a friend's house.
She was getting crabs at a friend's house?
I was in a vehicle with a friend, but I wasn't crabs at a friend's.
All right, where'd you come from tonight?
I was eating crabs at a
eating.
friend's house. Well, I was in a vehicle with a friend, but I wasn't driving
like that.
the vehicle that we got pulled in.
What kind of vehicle was that?
Buick, white
A
Buick.
white Buick.
Came down.
Were you on Ringling campus tonight?
No,
Did you park a car on Ringling campus tonight, a SUV?
no,
Okay, and you weren't physically driving a vehicle yourself tonight? No. And how is it I have that screenshot?
The detectives show her the video that was uploaded to Facebook that shows both women making a traffic stop. The goal is to get Jamaica to believe that the police know it's her in the vehicle, so she will think that they have her and she will confess. It's risky because she could see in the video that neither of their faces are shown, and she could call their bluff.
I think it's only 7 minutes long.
You notice that? The other cop was trying to get him to stop playing because she said, I think it's 7 minutes long, because he didn't want her to see the whole thing and realize that there's no that they don't see their face. That's what they're doing.
Were you all in this vehicle doing traffic stops and turning those strobe
Nope.
lights on and all that?
that wasn't tonight.
When was that?
Saturday night, I think. I wasn't in a vehicle tonight.
You're in the driver's seat because when this thing will pan the minute it shows you all behind the wheel.
I wasn't in a vehicle tonight driving. I was eating crabs tonight.
How about last night?
That was not last night.
When was it?
Dumbass.
Probably Saturday night, but I
You
still
knew it was
wasn't.
Saturday night last night, right?
Well, yeah. But
All right, why don't you tell me about this? What were you all doing?
playing around.
Who's in the car that you guys stopped?
That's our friend. That's a friend that's a friend of ours.
Okay. So, what'd you do after this? Is this vehicle that you're in, that you're driving, where is it at now?
The vehicle that I'm in right now is in Newtown.
The vehicle that you were driving right there.
Yes.
That's the one that was parked on campus at Ringling.
No,
I'm telling you because
the car in Ringling.
You know there's lots of cameras on Ringling?
I know.
Jamaica, when the car was parked over there, all this, even the one of those stops over there was captured on video.
Okay.
And then it shows a video on the campus, because they got video cameras everywhere.
I understand
The
that.
video shows you driving into the parking lot and getting out of the car.
After she is shown the video, Jamaica explains that they were playing a practical joke on some friends. They now have her confessing to being in the car, but they need to find out who else was involved. The detectives decide to lie and tell her that the cameras caught her driving the vehicle. This is very risky, because if she wasn't the driver, she will know that it's a bluff.
Okay. It shows me driving and getting out the car.
It shows people getting out of the car.
Did it show me driving and getting out of the car?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there's no further questions. I mean, you got what you need to know. I'll get a lawyer and we'll just go from there. I don't want no further questions. Take me across the street, book me so I can bond out, and we'll go from there.
All right.
Yep, she's sold.
You can do that.
Jamaica tells them that she is done answering questions after she finds out that they have footage of her driving the vehicle. She does this because she either knows she wasn't driving, so she knows the detectives are lying, or she was driving and she believes they have evidence against her. Either way, the detectives go back to the other room, hoping to get more information from Roshana.
Back to Wonky. Alright, Wonky.
Rashad,
Mm-hmm.
you want to know why we're so frustrated
Yeah.
when we question you?
Stupid ass.
And
What is going on? Why is this
I'm
like...
going to show you, okay?
But
I'm going to show you why we're so frustrated.
this is my question. Why is this such a big...
So, this is why we're asking. So, do you know how we even came about tonight?
No.
People heard this, and they called in thinking officers needed backup because of what was being said in the video.
What do you mean people heard it and thought the officers...
People heard the speaker, and when it continuously going on, they think they're having somebody not comply.
Yeah, but why the big, like a movie? Like, is
Because we test to see how honest people are going to be with us.
I haven't been, I mean, y'all keep saying I'm not being honest, but
Well, you haven't said anything about this, and
but my thing is,
you posted this.
why, like, is that like it's a prank? So like what? I'm just trying to understand.
So that's
why
all it was a prank. So who's in front?
Roshana also claims that the person they pulled over was a friend and it was all just a prank. If this is true and it was all just an elaborate prank, then why did she not tell the detective at the beginning of the interview? And why was she hiding in a stairwell? The officer asked her to explain who the people are in the video. If her story is true and they are friends, she should have no problem explaining who they are.
Who's the vehicle in front? Are those people you know?
Yes. We're all together.
You're all together.
You see they're laughing? When they get out of the car, they're laughing.
Well, when we got caught, we never made contact with those people. When we
They're
get caught.
laughing. They were the uncle. There was an older uncle. Let me start over.
Okay.
Can you turn that on?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to deceive anybody.
Okay, so now she's got like her story. She just got her story set up in her head. That's why she wants to start over, because she knows what she's gonna say.
Okay.
There's an older guy in the front. It's the uncle of somebody. I don't know them. I was somewhere else with someone else.
Who was on? You were in the back vehicle.
The back of the car.
The recording.
I wasn't recording, but I was in the back of the vehicle. Somebody else had my phone.
Okay.
We all knew it was a prank on a guy that was in the car. If you look, they're laughing. The people in front of us are laughing.
Okay.
It was just a prank.
Let's see how fast. Let's see how fast she pokes a hole in this. I'd say maybe 30 seconds.
Was tonight?
Yes.
Earlier in the night?
Yes. It was just a prank. It was an innocent prank because
I'll back up here. Come on.
it was just funny. It wasn't to.
Come on.
So how did that car end up at Ringling?
Because that's where it pulled at. And I ended up, because I don't know my way around it.
Okay.
So I just, like I said, I had nowhere else to go.
So, like the other people in the car parked it at Ringling?
Yes. Because the officer came behind them.
Like a real officer?
Yes.
Came behind them?
Right.
And that they got spooked? They got scared?
Yes.
So they parked the car?
Yes.
And then everybody took off running?
Yes.
And just went separate directions?
Yes. And I don't know my way around. Like I said, I didn't have nowhere else to go, and I didn't know where I was.
Okay. You see how much easier it is to have a conversation? Because I can be straightforward with you.
But I keep asking questions, and y'all not being straightforward.
Because we're not the ones in trouble. And we have a protocol to go.
I get it.
Okay?
I get it, but it was just it was a stupid.
But wouldn't have that been easier to say in the beginning?
Because I didn't know what was going on. It's just a stupid prank.
Well, you knew cops showed up for something, right?
When he came and got me, I told him I had nowhere else to go.
So
I'm just thinking like it was.
Who all was involved in this prank?
I don't. Everybody that you see, everybody.
Well, I don't see like.
You see, I mean, y'all.
How many were in the back vehicle? Like the vehicle you were in?
There was 4 people.
4 people in that one.
I think. I don't
How
know.
many were in the front?
I think 4.
4 more in the front?
I think.
Was that the only traffic stop you guys did tonight?
No.
Because we were all together. We were all together at somebody else's house, and they came over, and the joke was to prank the uncle. So we left. They pulled off, and he was thinking that we were gonna go get money out of the ATM. So when they pulled off, that's when they did the traffic stop or whatever to prank him. But it wasn't. Nobody was riding.
So the uncle didn't know you guys were doing the prank until you guys started speaking over the intercom.
He's the only one that didn't know.
Okay.
So it was just a prank. Nobody was stopping. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about.
You got to think when somebody else calls it in, we don't know that you knew him.
So you saying somebody called the police?
Yes. So somebody, you guys were already out of the area, but somebody called, and it actually came in.
That's why you said that somebody was trying to call the police to get him off of me?
Yes.
But that's not. I don't know anything about that. Because you said
actually, Jamisha? Is it Jamisha? Jamaica? The McDowell, that one. Well, she's here too.
I heard you say that.
Okay.
I heard you say that out when we were at the other.
She called dispatch and said that people were stopping. So that was another call. We had a completely third party call and thinking.
She called the police and said what?
While we were with you?
Yeah.
Already had contacted you. She called the police just saying that somebody kept making traffic stops.
Why would she do that?
It turns out that in a desperate attempt to appear innocent, Jamaica called 911 after getting out of the vehicle. She was hoping that if she was the one to call, it would make her appear as if she had nothing to do with it.
Stupid prank.
Were you guys about to pull another car over when you guys saw the real cop?
No, the whole thing was to prank the uncle.
Okay.
We all pulled off, and that's like you could see the people in the car with him standing out the car laughing. I don't know. Like I said, after that, it just happened so fast, and it was funny because we was laughing at Uncle. Wasn't out like I kind of see now where it's going. Like y'all thought that we were riding around town. Which
you know what charge that would be?
Yeah, that's pretty bad. But we weren't doing that.
Do you see why we're taking it so serious?
I do now because of what you think. That we were riding around town, because I didn't know that until you just told me that you guys thought that we were riding around town trying to arrest other people, but that's not the case.
So people are supposed to feel safe with police, right? And are supposed to call them when they're in need.
Yeah.
So when we hear that recording and somebody else on the street that you guys did that traffic stop, here's that speakerphone, but in the car, here's that speakerphone saying, pull over, we'll shoot you, Black Lives Don't Matter, the stuff that got said, do you see why they called the police?
Because they think the police, I mean,
So
yeah.
now we're concerned
dumb
that
prank.
not only is somebody impersonating us, but they're doing it with the intention to actually hurt someone.
No.
She continues to tell them that it was a prank and they knew the man in the video. However, when the officer asks her if there's a way to contact the man and ask him if it was indeed a prank, Rashana tells her that she doesn't know him, but her friend in the other room does.
Wait.
Rashana continues.
Friend, yeah, they supposed to, but I'm a male with white privilege, and I'm still shitting myself when I get pulled over.
Continues to stumble
Cops are
over her
fucking-
words
I do not- I've
as she
always
tells
had
lie
these
after
cops.
lie, doing her best to get out of the situation.
Ever since I was a kid, I've always had these-
That's why I was like, is there any way you could even
Well, that's-
find out who his uncle is? Like, because if we can talk to him and he's like, yes, it's a prank, it makes this way easier on us.
She's the only one that knows all the people, but I literally just by default. It's so crazy because I'm.
Could it have been would he be at that house you were at? Like,
They literally came there.
do you know if he lived there?
No, I don't know. He didn't live there because the girls, like I said, he came there with his niece. And
Do you know who his niece was? Do you have her on
she's in the
Facebook?
video.
All cops, fuck cops. What I'm gonna say is, 99% of the people that become cops are people who got bullied in school. I'm just gonna say it. There is no such thing as a good cop. I'm gonna quote T.I. here. There is no such thing as a good cop. There are very few people who are good people who are cops. The entire system's corrupt. There's no such thing as a good cop. That's just not something.
But no, I don't know her. But I do need to ask a question. My lawyer wanted to know when the warrant was executed, and I need to let them know that I'm here so they know to go to first appearance. And that number's in my phone.
Okay.
You should have to take a mental evaluation and go to school to become a cop. Yeah, you literally.
You need a number out of your phone.
I just need to text him. I've been arrested in Sarasota. You can see it on there.
This is my phone.
Oh, your phone looks just like.
That's why I was telling you on scene. I was like, no, I'm on mine.
I keep thinking you showing me my phone.
No, this is mine.
Our phones look just alike. That's why I thought it was my phone.
No.
I just need to let him know that I've been arrested because my lawyer's out of St. Pete, and I just need to let them know that I've been arrested, so they know to come to first appearance. Because he said once the
Would
warrant
you
was-
sign a consent form for us to get that out of your phone?
You already been in my phone.
No.
Why can't I just? I'll do it right in front of you. You'll see exactly what I'm doing.
Okay. Would you show me anything else on your phone?
What do you want to see?
Anything that could help me find this guy?
Everything in there. The only thing pertaining to this is that.
But anything that would help me figure out the people's names that you were with tonight?
I don't have any way to do that. I don't.
There's nothing on your phone that might help?
No, the only thing pertaining to this is that.
Okay.
I mean, you know.
Is that better?
however that
Is that better now?
goes. I wish she would just say it's a prank and.
Yeah, like I said, we can't even ask her.
So what happens now?
Would you?
Yeah.
You'll both be booked on your warrants.
She got a warrant too?
Yeah.
What the fuck? It's just like.
After a few days of investigation, the police were able to locate several victims who made statements saying that some of them knew it was a prank and others didn't. Rashana would plead guilty to impersonating an officer and receive probation. Jamaica decided to take her case to trial, which is scheduled for later this year. The police believe that they have been impersonating police officers for some time, but they don't have evidence to prove it.
Drop the bag! Put your hands in the air! Come out, face forward! Get on the ground! Slowly, slowly, slowly! Pass it back in here, too!
What?
Wait, is it? Wait, they backed out. They backed out.
What the fuck?